I was wondering, especially at this time of year, if this is what other workplaces do. I put the M&Ms are in a bowl, a dish that anybody could just stick their fingers into.
Very holiday-esque.
Yeah, it's cute. But isn't that like, should we be doing that?
Well, you shouldn't because you're sick.
Yeah,
I don't want to see your hands
really
in that
great,
bowl.
But everybody doesn't have the same self-control that I do, or awareness of when they should and shouldn't be sticking their fingers in things.
Well, I think it's a valid question of if you're at your workplace, and many workplaces are different.
Yeah.
If you're at your workplace and there is a bowl with like M&Ms, maybe chocolate-covered peanuts, maybe pretzels, whatever it is, do you grab in there? I mean, you know who you're working with.
Yeah. Are you at all concerned about what kind of germs may be floating around in there from your other coworkers' fingers?
Or do you just grab M&Ms and toss them in your mouth and walk out? Yeah, you don't care.
In other words, you're the one that may be making other people sick.
Because there's shared food like that in every workplace almost.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Are there some places that just don't do that for this very reason? That I don't know what other approach you could take besides just not having snacks. But
Regina says serving spoon could be utilized.
For the M&Ms.
Yeah, like a serving spoon.
You want me to spoon an M&M?
Spoon a couple out onto maybe a plate.
Well, that sounds wasteful. A whole plate for M&Ms?
But then you're not getting sick. I'll waste plates to keep myself from getting sick.
Can germs even live on M&Ms?
They're slick.
The M&Ms, yeah, they got that candy coating. It might just make them slide right off, is what I'm thinking.
They're hard to hold on to.
Uh-huh. But then where do they go then? They just go to the bottom of the dish.
Well, you don't want to eat from the bottom.
Yeah. 8772 Radio U. Do you just reach on into your shared bowls of snacks at work? 8772 Radio U. Or does your workplace not even do that? Do you have another approach? Let us know. I actually have a unique take on this.
If you see somebody else stick their hand in the bowl, are you less likely to stick your hand in the bowl?
Yeah, that's right.
If I see Hudson's snotty nose going for it, maybe I'm no longer interested in the bowl.
Does it depend on the snack?
Oh.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
When you're at your workplace, or you just anywhere, you might see a shared dish of things such as M&Ms, snacks. Do you hesitate? Do you question? Or do you just stick your fingers right on in there? Especially now, cold, flu, or whatever other RSV, all these things going around. Does it give you pause when there's a shared dish like that? Regina says, I've seen the gross messes people leave at my work. And sadly, I work in a financial firm, so I thought I worked with adults. I don't want to share a bowl with those people. Maybe my immediate coworkers, but probably not. That's the kind of response we're getting. Apparently, we shouldn't be keeping bowls of snacks out. We gotta, I don't know, we gotta portion it out, or how do we do this?
Then Justin, on the other end of the spectrum, sounds like a good way to build up your immunity to me.
That could be right. Just you consider it a low dosage?
Think about this, too.
You're micro-dosing the flu vaccine.
We have a lot of shared dishes here. There's a lot of shared things in there. We got the pretzels.
Yep.
The big thing of pretzels you can stick your hand in. We got bags of chips in there.
We do.
And I frequently delve into the chips. There's no shortage of shared snacks here at Radio U. Does it feel dirty?
Well, the question is, do we seem healthier or less healthy than the average workplace? Because that would be your answer. We share a lot.
People would, I don't know. There's some controversy there. We've been kind of sick as of late.
I'm not
going to lie.
I think
Radio U has been sick as of late.
I think if you polled the listeners, I bet you there would be the impression that there's always somebody sick here. Which I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. I don't know if that's necessarily more true than any other workplace. It's just that we talk about it. But I'll tell you, I have a unique approach. I think I don't like sticking my fingers in. Like, we've got that big tub of peanut butter pretzels. I don't like sticking my fingers in because, but this is what's weird, because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. So then I'm being courteous to other people of thinking like, I don't want to get my fingers in the food that they may want. But then it doesn't even cross my mind. Even as somebody, when I open the bathroom doors here, actually any door with a handle, I use like my shirt because I don't want to touch the door.
Don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
Really?
But I do that. And even that being my personality, my lot in life, it doesn't cross my mind when I'm taking the peanut butter pretzels that you've been sticking your grubby fingers in. I just make sure I don't put my grubby fingers in.
So you're trying to do favors for everybody else. Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to help everybody else out.
And they're just hurting you. They're just
I
stabbing
know.
you right in the back.
Yeah,
I am. I stick my hand right in there.
Yeah. I give. But what do I get back?
And you
Actually,
gotta
it's the other way. You guys give me, and what I get back is sickness, germs from your fingers.
You got to think, too, the hand washing rate at RadioU is low.
Why do you say that?
I have a feeling. I can tell.
I'm a big hand washer, and everybody knows it because somehow I leave water everywhere every time I wash my hands.
And for every good hand washer, you know what there is? There's a bad one. Here I am.
We cancel each other out.
And who's sticking their hand right into the peanut pretzels? Right in the M&M bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to think the people sticking their fingers right in there are the last people you would want sticking their fingers in there.
They're the ones who don't wash their hands. It is.
Now I got to bring my own snacks.
You do. More for me.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.